owner management.
Owner management
is real. I know.
Fuck, that's gonna be rough, dude. You're gonna have to buy fucking Magnum underpants.
You better like, oh, what kind of underpants?
Magnums. I'm buying Magnums. I wear Magnum sacks.
Dude, cut the pod. We're about to become millionaires on this shit.
Yeah, anyway, so where's the TriPod?
Thank you for returning to Das Pod.
TriPod, thank you.
And Chris.
Ooh. Pretty good.
He's a lyricist.
He's on it. He's on it tonight.
He's behind the guitar, but he's got a pen and a fucking pad. Come on now. You been writing any songs lately, lyric-wise?
I'm not a huge lyric writer. Like sometimes I will, but like generally I just have a ton of unfinished music stuff, like instrument type stuff. What do you write your lyrics on? Like what's your go-to?
Thank you for asking that question.
Nice.
I have a. It used to be Google Keep, but then I just was like, you know, I'm just
you're a
gonna do
digital
it.
guy.
I was, and then I watched the Amy Winehouse documentary,
okay,
where the camera follows her around, and she literally, it's like the guy is following her with the camera, that her friend was like her manager or something. I don't remember the dynamic, but he goes up to her and says, you know, what'd you do with him today?
Yeah.
And then she's like, oh, you know, we smoke, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then later, in the movie, they show her written things, and they're like cross outs and scribbles, and I'm like, oh, that was so cool. And it literally says like, he said, what did you do with him today? And it was like, yo, I watched her live it, and now I saw her write it. So that got me kind of writing for a bit. But I've done most of my writing at work. And when I'm at work, just like popping something on your phone and looking around is a little more professional than just straight up book out.
Sure.
Just got your, you know, glasses on, rolling, like, you know, like you don't even care, and that's an important part of it. But
that makes sense.
Yeah, but the thing is, now my lyric file is like 110 pages long, and my phone doesn't load it well.
Yeah.
So I've had to make a second one. And yeah, it was called Powys Productivity Proofs.
Nice.
And the second one is called 3P2.
3P2.
And yeah, that's pretty cool.
Nice.
Wait, this is 3P2.
Whoa.
How so?
TriPod 2. Nice. Oh my god.
And for the audio listeners, sorry to spike, but it's for you guys. Sorry, had to go there.
I hate those guys.
Yo, you guys can hear this. Oh, dude, do that hand gesture again. This one? Yeah!
Oh, so good.
Just pissed. Just listen like, shit, do I have to sing this when I'm home now? Oh, God. Yeah. I mean, that's a pet peeve.
Okay, when you're writing lyrics, do you find that the setting that you're in influences how you produce? Like, I find when I'm writing, I haven't been able to write good episodes when I'm in my bedroom, but the spot where I wrote the first one was like at our table downstairs in front of the TV, and that's the only place that I can just bang out an episode.
So there's a whole bunch of psychology stuff there, right? Like work environment, right?
Yeah.
That's why you have offices and stuff like that, right?
It's true. And you're in your bedroom, and you know, you have all these distractions.
Yeah.
Depends where you're at. To answer your question, yes, absolutely. That was part of the thing for part of my job. I'll be outdoors for a very long period of time, and though I haven't worked in 6 months, I'm going back at some point in the near future here. But there's a lot of outdoor stuff, so a lot of forests, a lot of you know, working in the movies. It's like they want to get stuff that looks nice, so it's a forest, it's a mountain, it's a this, it's a that, I own a beach. Like, actually, one time I recently cycled to Iona by myself. Yeah. And I usually go with Zach. But this time I wasn't. So I was able to bike over a rocky path that he's slightly more averse to than me. Wow. And and freaking when I got to this part of Iona, and I'd been to Iona maybe 10 times this summer already, and then I realized, wow, I worked here before. And I was like, I came here now to write songs. Right. And I've been here before, but getting paid and getting fed and getting all this. I've done this exact thing. It's not even like, this is kind of like a pretty nice, like, decent thing. It's like, no. Of everywhere I could go, I went to this place on purpose, and this is a place that I've been. So I was kind of thinking, like, maybe it's time to go back to work and get some of that stuff. But yes, greatly changed. I go to that beach by Marine Drive by Romer's there.
Oh, yeah, okay.
That little patch.
Oh, yeah.
You know, all those docks down by the river.
Down by the river.
That's a good spot. But then the thing is, man, I go and then by the time I get there, I'm hungry. This is the study killer, dude. The study murderer was food. Like, SFU Surrey, producer, you got my back on this. SFU Surrey, my perfect spot, tip of the boat, third floor. You're right by the washroom, right by the stairs. You got the window in front of you, so sick. You study there for hours, but then I'll just go get like little Vietnamese, little fresh slice.
Oh, yeah, it's on top of like a food court, yeah?
It's on top of the mall and the food court,
yes,
yes. And then you go down, lose your study spot because I'm not trusting anyone to watch my stuff. Come back, eat it, and then I'm just in post fast food coma, and I've just written off 10 hours to study, and you wonder why people take pills that make them not eat 10 hours to get this crap done. But yeah, man, it's location.
Yeah.
Like Dimitri Martin said, vibes, people you're around.
That's pretty fair.
Everything, man. The influence, they drag you up. What's that thing? The sum of your closest five or whatever?
You've been saying that one a lot in the last like few months. I don't know
where
where
your closest 5 people.
Yeah.
You're just like a mix of all those.
You're like, or you become like a product of like, I guess their habits in a way.
Because I've been getting dragged into
they're like your influence.
Competitive biking spheres. Like everyone was dragged into competitive commander. Like by the same gosh darn mate, and he's just like, dude, you just gotta be better, man. You just gotta.
Everything he does, he needs to do it to the max. Yeah.
God, like guys are like, they asked me on this bike ride today, like, you good? Like, yeah, I'm good, but I'm at my limit. I'm going as hard as I can this whole time, and I could do this bike ride by myself, but it would be a lot slower.
Right.
That's the difference. And would I do it? No. And would I know the route? No. Would I bike on the road by myself with 2 headphones in? No. Like, not these busy roads.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm trying to dial in the most is my food game at home, man. I'm trying to cook more these days.
That's a great idea, man.
Like, save that Skrill.
Yeah.
We made a mini pack, didn't we?
Yeah. I broke it already.
Did you?
I'm back on it. I'm back on the horse. I knew it was going to happen, but I still got to try.
It's September 2nd.
Yeah. No, it's the 3rd.
Like, this is literally a bit from Tryhards, bro. Like, you've done this twice already, and it's the 3rd.
Yeah.
You remember that line?
Yeah, I do.
Okay,
So you guys having a September month thing here?
I was trying to go 30 days, no eating out, and then I just didn't prepare well enough, and I ate out this morning.
Fucking nice, dude.
I mean, most specifically, you said...
Okay, what is okay? You have to give it like a catchy month name, though. Like, you got like your Sober October. Something Ember.
Okay, well...
What about just like November, September, where we just say November instead of September every day? Like, today is November 2nd.
I secretly love it a lot. I secretly love it a lot. November, September, dude.
Oh, you know how it is, man. November, September.
It's actually sick. Yeah, what would it be, man?
It's December, November.
I don't know.
Okay. Soupless September.
We said no soup September already.
No soup September. That's pretty good.
Or no soup September.
But like any soup?
I didn't break the soup one. I broke mine.
That's the thing.
Though. I broke mine though. I haven't had soup in the last 3-4 days.
And that's weird.
Okay, this is the Vietnamese place by our house.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was
It's
gonna say,
so
why are we
good.
voting soup?
24 hours, and how many days?
Oh, I know the place you're talking about.
What's
Yes,
it
I've
called?
never been
You
there.
gotta give it a shout out.
Oh, absolutely.
Golden
Gold
Train?
Train.
Yes,
Gold Train
yes.
Express.
I've driven past that place at night.
On
It's
King
got like
Pumping.
it's got sick old like 90s neon lights
Yeah.
and stuff, dude.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
probably what it's from, right?
It's one of the first
No.
like really good Vietnamese places I remember
Yeah.
having in Vancouver.
24
while I was
hours
living
a
in
day.
Delta, and it is so good. It's walking distance from our
That's
house.
crazy. 24 hours is a crazy thing in Vancouver, dude. And
It's-
nothing does that.
It's bumping
Everything's
there.
closed at like 11.
midnight on a Tuesday, and it's just packed.
That's sick.
When we were in there, even though we've been quite regular, I said to Jer, They're not gonna miss us. And they weren't.
So much business.
Line up out the door, dude.
That's crazy, yeah.
Line up out the door.
Yeah.
I mean,
And it's so good.
it's delicious.
It's so good.
It's actually delicious. For me,
Yeah, what's it like with the V game in there? Pretty
Number
good. Vietnamese
16.
usually you can
Number
pretty-
16
just
all
go in
day.
there and
Extra
just say
large,
number
baby.
16 veggie broth that guy sent me,
Yeah, dude.
and they'll just treat you
You
nice.
can usually go pretty good with Vietnamese.
They'll
and
treat you
stuff.
nice. Yeah. Yeah, it's just the vegetables that they have du jour, usually broccoli, cauliflower, carrot, rice noodles, and an amazing broth. So delicious. That reminds me of the wonton soup from Stanley's in Delta. Remember?
I never
right by
actually
the
been
line?
there.
I think I went
I've
there.
never
once.
actually been there.
Back in the day, Stanley's was a low-key gold train for me.
Yeah, I mean, that's what anyone I've ever heard speak about Stanley's,
Yeah.
they're just like, it's this hidden gem kind of place.
I-
Like,
yeah.
kind of
That's
tucked
the
away.
line, right?
It was
Yeah,
quite
yeah, it
tucked
is.
away. It was
It is.
legit.
Like in the corner.
Yeah, like, you actually, it's like a back room kind of place.
Oh yeah,
almost.
oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And you would get, back in my chicken eating days, I got the number 17. Weird.
Nice.
Weird. Chicken teriyaki,
Yeah.
and the appetizer was this wonton soup.
Nice.
And the wonton soup was delicious. And now the number 16 is just like a big version of the wonton soup. It's just like seasoned so perfectly, that sesame oil. And my dad gives me crap. He's like, "What do you mean you're getting soup 5 times a week?" I'm like, "Well, I work so hard and I've never done it before." And he's like, "You can make that so easily." I'm like, "But they make it so good." And you know, to my defense, you look up how to make pho. It's like 25 herbs.
And you got to make it right.
No, dude, any of that stuff is like,
Right?
you're going to the pros.
Right?
Right? Like, yeah, that's hubris to be like, oh, I can just make this like,
Probably
this
eventually with
cultural-
like years of practice.
yeah, right. Well, like, you can probably definitely speak to some experience like Indian food, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Like a few times I've been like, dude, I'm a big curry guy for sure.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm just gonna like learn to make this at home. I make it at home. It's god awful.
Yeah.
I mean, like not god awful. Just like it just can't stack up. It's still fine, right?
Right.
You don't eat it and everything, but like it's
It's
not
not quite
it's
the
not
same.
the same as the pros.
You gotta
are
have
doing,
like that shit is passed down from generation to
Yeah,
generation to
well,
generation.
it's been getting perfected over like
So-
however many
so
hundreds,
long.
thousands of years, right?
It's true.
It's really
Yeah.
has.
Some good Netflix cooking doc shed some light on the like
Yeah,
food.
There's
Indian
so
culture.
many on there.
I honestly can't remember what
It's
that
crazy
was.
food dogs on there, yeah.
Yeah, really.
Was it like the one with the fancy chefs, like Chef's Table or something like that?
It could have
Or is
been.
it like one of the food exploration ones?
Maybe it was cooked.
That was one. Okay.
Because they did the thing, what are those things called? The screw tall cylindrical towers
Ooh.
that they use to.
Transport, like in
Mhm.
India? Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Any recollection, producers? No?
I can't
Anyway.
remember, I can't remember which documentary it was.
Yeah.
It's been on a few. Dude, Anthony Bourdain, it was on one of his shows.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Like, it was like,
Crazy.
yeah. They,
Are we getting soup after this pod?
I'm not.
Well, Jared already broke it.
I didn't
so-
break the soup
I
one.
know.
I broke my eating out thing. I said I didn't want to eat fast food.
What does it say that?
Fast food is my fucking.
Are they, well, okay,
kryptonite
so
right now.
let's get the ground rules here. Like,
That's what I
let's,
was saying.
so
Well-
you broke the soup. You didn't break the soup rule, but
No, but we
is
committed
soup
to
worse?
we committed to 30 days because soup is Pow's battle.
Yeah.
Right.
Soup is Pow's battle. Mine is like fast food and like eating some crappy breakfast.
Okay, so what's the
and
deal
whatever.
you agreed to then?
Said 30 days, go without it, and we would tell each other when we relapsed, and I relapsed. today.
Okay, so
And
yeah,
this
but
is
yet
how-
you're trying to save face by saying you didn't break the soup rule.
But
What a cop out!
we made this
What
big
is Quick will little baby over soup.
we also agreed to no soup together as well. It's just
Nice.
that's not my hill to die on.
That's valid.
Cool.
And I will I do save money. Like I was legit spending like
How much do you spend for a bowl of soup? Yeah, I'm pretty like you guys might not be having soup, but
They're
they're
like
like
it's like 10 bucks for like a
13,
big ass bowl.
15.
dude for like a big bowl of soup.
XL is like what, like $11.50, and then you got tax on it, so it's
They-
like 12 and
yeah,
change.
It's $11.50, but they've added COVID dollar on.
Yeah.
Due to COVID, it's
Oh,
like
dude,
50
yeah.
cents
Do
for the
you
smalls
want
and
to go to like
$1
a
for the
packed
large.
place these days?
It's not. They
Honestly,
Well, I might
anywhere-
be back out. I might be
Anywhere
back
where
out.
you're getting prepared food is a roll of the dice.
okay.
It
It was
definitely is.
packed.
You have to trust that they're washing the dishes properly. People are like putting their lips to the bowls and shit.
I mean,
Oh
listen.
god.
Yeah. It was I knew someone that worked at a. Okay, no. There was a packed. No, packed. Oh, it was packed. Language.
Okay.
It was packed, and they weren't really honoring many social distancing things. And then
Sure.
then I came home. Went to soup once, and then there was like a BC max occupancy, little official thing on their thing that was like 19, and then suddenly it was a little more barren in there, and a little more like every other. So
every second table kind of thing.
I want to say now they're definitely following the rules. I would never slander.
Okay, so I might be down for a bit of soup.
Also, just take the spot outside. They have a table outside.
Yeah,
dude. Okay,
that's the spot.
Prime. The soup is
also
quite
like
hot
the weather right now is still decent. Give it like a month or two, and it's not going to be the spot.
I'm trying to reading my hair rise, man. I'm just dreaming about that. I literally have vermicelli and broccoli and sesame and hoisin and not all the ingredients, but
it's just not quite the same though. It will pass. But the thing is, you're gonna make it, you're gonna eat it, and you're gonna be like, I just want the good one now, and you're gonna go to the soup spot anyway.
That's pretty true, man. I don't know, like if you can get close enough to scratch the itch, that's pretty good.
What does it say that when you said you ate that, I just like almost decided right away, like I'm gonna get soup?
Because it's like an accountability thing where it's like, fuck if he did. It's when you make an accountability pact with somebody, if the other person breaks, you're like, well, now I don't have to stay accountable anymore. Because at this point, you're staying accountable to yourself, not to me. But you kind of are.
Well, it's early days.
It is early days.
And we did say no soup. You didn't really say zero eating out.
Well, that was kind of the one that I made with myself. I wasn't explicit about it, but like, shit, dude, that's my uphill battle. Is like, money. It's just laziness, man. That's really all it comes down to.
I'm the other way around, dude. I'm so lazy that I won't go out and get food. I'll just eat like whatever scraps I have in the house.
That's cool.
It works pretty good for me.
Oh, the soup place is very close to our house.
Yes, no, I know where it is.
Okay, yeah. but like that is
adds to it.
As for the low effort.
Yeah,
it's for me to walk to the pantry. 25 walks to the pantry is a walk to the soup.
Dude, man, no, I'm not subscribed to that logic, man. I'm like, oh, there's like a month-old packet of crackers in the cupboard. Like I'm that and some peanut butter. That's a meal, baby.
That's a great point.
Or if you go on ordering apps and stuff like that, right? Like I'll like fill a cart with food that I want, and I'm just like, I'm not paying that much for this. Like, absolutely not. And then I'll go make a sandwich. I don't know.
Smart guy.
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm
but it's not out of any like willpower or something. I'm always like totally down to do this stuff, and just like I just won't go the distance.
Listen, man, I've been there too. Almost
like if somebody was like, "Yo, I'm gonna come pick you up and take you out to eat this food," I'd probably be like, "Yeah, sure."
Yeah. I've had very similar things.
Maybe I wouldn't. I don't know.
No.
Maybe I'm being humble.
No. Because
maybe I am sick as hell.
No, dude, you are, because that like I will be like, fuck, like I want some Indian food. I'm ordering one because I love Indian food because I can just pour it on beans and then it lasts twice as long. Like if I get a non-bean dish,
extend it,
anything but chana masala basically. Like okra is bindi, ula,
close.
Whatever.
I don't know, man.
Anyway. I'd love to get an okra one, and then you can just spear it on the top layer of your beans, maybe a little bit of olive oil on your beans before, but just like that, the amount of spices and deliciousness lasts forever. But then you do it on skip, and it's like, this is gonna become $50, but it's like a $12 dish. The mains are $12, but two of them comes to $50. It's trippy like that.
Crazy. That like I did when I was still downtown, and now I'm gonna be in like downtown junior, basically.
True.
But like, dude, you do like takeout pickup orders, dude. That's the way to go, man.
That's pretty.
You're not paying like $10 for someone gonna bring it to your door.
Yeah.
You still get that good food.
It's valid. That's awesome. And that just speaks to you find your home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
On the thing, because I was a DoorDasher.
On your bike?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
way before.
That's a grind.
Way before I understood anything about biking. Now I have like a basement understanding of biking and bike parts, and back then it was like I have a bike because I just had crappy bikes my whole life.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So then I just had a bike that had air in the tires, and I was like, this is how they move when they have air in the tires. Crazy. Give me that thing. I still have the DoorDash bag.
Right.
And I did make $60 in 3 hours once. That was the most I ever got.
That's not bad.
And I was absolutely hustling.
Right.
Just absolutely grinding. Just downtown.
Yeah.
Now on a road bike, I would love it.
Yeah.
I would love it. If I felt comfortable leaving my bike locked.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing, right?
It's trippy because like
Vancouver. Right?
Yeah. Dude, my buddy sent me a pic of a guy walking a bike with
the bike, like the what do you call it?
What do you call it?
What, that stand that
The
you
stanchion.
lock it
Yeah, yeah, the thing you lock it to. He's like
to?
carrying
He
all
just
the
pulled it
outside
out of the
to
ground and is walking with it?
Yeah, he like unbolted it from the sidewalk and just picked it up and walked away.
It's
Dude,
kinda
like living downtown, man, like I'd be, just like walking out doing whatever. There's just like chop shops on the street, dude.
Honestly,
Like, it's too big of a problem. Like they can't do anything about it, I guess. I don't know.
it's crazy. Like I was talking to my buddy, like, dude, I need a bike. He's like, bro, I'll bring you to the block. You'll get a bike for $30. I'm like, well,
Yeah, like I don't think I could do that,
And I'm
man.
just
Like
like,
it's stolen.
And I remember Justin Cotter back in the day had his bike stolen,
Right.
and he was just gutted. But
dude, yeah, that sucks, man.
Terrible.
you customize the like ergonomically everything, and they had the serial number, and the cops found it.
That's sick.
He got it back.
Yeah.
They're like,
I guess you could like, I don't know if all the pieces on the bike have a serial number, but you could like, I'm sure you can register it or like scratch the number into stuff or whatever, right? And you might not want to scratch it into there. Look like garbage. Yeah.
Where there's a will, there's a way, and
I
yes,
guess, right.
that's
Put a Victoria's Secret bra on it. That's how you track it.
and then it'll be one of those. Is that a camera? But yeah, no, it's even on my crappy bike.
Yeah.
I would lock it up with my crappy lock and then run into chicken store, Nando's, and grab the stuff.
Chicken
That was horrible. Because on the rare
Excuse me,
times,
can you go by the chicken store?
'Cause I would
pick up one chicken.
I put the stuff.
the chicken emporium.
I put the stuff in my bag and it smells so good. Fries, chicken, everything still smells good.
So good.
Oh yeah.
And then one day it got canned, and now I can eat it, but I won't eat it.
Dude, that's. I mean,
So that's a hot meal.
We've had this discussion before on the veganity, right? Like when do these things become vegan again? I think we can definitely agree on the wisdom that cheese out of the dumpster is vegan. That is vegan. There's no discussion.
Vegan?
Well,
Because it's
going in the garbage
waste otherwise,
anyway?
right? It's gonna sit in a landfill, right?
Okay.
It's like
mixed with garbage, produce methane gas, which is 25
Right.
times better at capturing heat than CO2. Go on.
Yeah, so I employ a similar logic with like I have like leather articles of clothing that I had before I went vegan, right? And so my logic in that regard is like I've already done the damage there. So the second most vegan thing is to get as much use as possible out of it, right? Because like if I sell it secondhand or whatever, like sure I get some money back, but then there's like a weird question of like, oh, now I'm making money off it, right? But like, so the second best thing you can do is use it to the maximum.
Absolutely.
So I think that translates to non-vegan food that's otherwise going to be food waste. Food waste is worse than like you eating whatever it is. It's not like I'm allergic to it or anything, right? It's that I don't want to support the industry.
Right.
The industry's already supported,
Right.
and it's not like anyone's gonna be like, oh, Ryan ate that cheese out of the garbage. I'm gonna buy that much cheese again because I know he'll just eat it out of the garbage, right? Like I'm not like influencing their buying choices by doing so,
Yeah.
right? But
It's a total neutral.
I honestly just had an episode idea.
Can we say it?
What?
Say
When
it.
you guys eat cheese out of the dumpster and something happens. I don't know what.
Absolutely.
Cheese Angel?
That's okay. That's what I was thinking. I've been referencing Teen Angel a lot in the last couple months because Powell eats some sketchy shit, and I'm like, you're gonna become my guardian angel because you're gonna eat that month-old. He ate a month-old cheeseburger and died.
Yes,
that's guardian
that's
angel.
exactly what it was.
Amazing.
Dude, what a concept,
He
man.
ate the burger from under the bed.
That show was actually
died.
banger.
It was pretty great. It was
That's
pretty
a hilarious concept for a show.
really good.
TGIF. We'll see you next week. As soon as it ended, like, can't wait till next Friday. But yeah, dude, I mean, that is because depending on why you are vegan, I've heard of quite a few different reasons.
Oh, totally, dude. There's a whole spectrum of it.
Yeah, and sometimes it's energy, sometimes it's vote with your actions, and like I'm not gonna say mostly rooted in activism, but there's an activism tinge
For sure.
to veganity, I think is not unfair to say.
Right. Yeah.
So like, if you want to have a positive impact on the world, your body can handle cheese, which very few can. Let's put that on the record.
yeah, that's fair.
And honestly, it's like, for me, it's the addiction thing with cheese. Because I'm like,
What do you mean?
I know that I was addicted to cheese.
Oh yeah, dude. Everybody who eats cheese is addicted to
Mainline
cheese, man. Like,
cheese.
yeah.
Well, in the middle of the night, if I go up into crack the fridge and start eating a cheese brick like it's an apple,
I was
really?
the same way, man. Well, I mean, I don't know. I would cut it with a knife.
No.
I'm a
Lazy boy.
civilized person.
Okay, maybe I'd rip. But it would look like teeth marks. Dude, back in the day, we would microwave cheese in a mug.
Okay, dude.
And my parents were like, that's gross. And the oil would separate.
Ew.
It just looked like a freaking failed fetus.
Oh no! Why did you have to say that?
It did.
Ew!
Because it just did.
Dude, I've said it once, I'll say it again. Fetus out the dumpster is vegan, man.
It's a fetus!
Are you tired of all the toxic masculinity on TV? Well, you now have an outlet. Watch Bro Appetit with us at 4 o'clock every Sunday.
It'll be
We're
nice.
not masculine at all.
Trust me on that.
Don't laugh on camera. Don't laugh on camera.
Yeah, come
Don't
on.
laugh on camera.
The think you're faking. What the heck? This is the pro wrestling,
Don't put it in
dude.
post. If you want to, like, you just make, they're gonna laugh along with us. You just go, like, just.
Hold on, before
Add
we restart,
camera
can I
after.
refill my water, please?
Yeah, well, we've already hit the button, but
Oh, we have.
I've got
Shit.
water for you, bud.
No, fuck it.
Is this not Rona? I can pour it in.
I mean, we share each
We're
other's.
roommates. We're roommates.
Share everything.
Roommates. What were we talking about? It was kind of a good one, right?
Yeah.
Dumpster fetuses.
No, okay, so like we kind of started. We yeah, we got to dumpster fetuses. Yeah, that was on the agenda. I wanted to bring it up, but no, we were talking about like what level, like when do things become vegan, right? We went off on a bit of a tangent. But no, I want to hash this out.
Yes, I'm glad. Because I listened to this guy on Rich Roll podcast who hates the activist side and he's purely nutritional with his veganity.
Okay.
He's like, I don't care about animals. I don't care about cruelty. I don't care about the damage on the earth. I only care about my body, and this is the best way to optimize my body. And Rich, the host, who's very vegan, and the other guest, he brought 2 of them on. I'm so sorry I forgot their names, but whatever.
It's okay, I did as well.
This happens. She's like, hey, but like animals. He's like, screw the animals. I need my stuff.
Weird, man.
Right?
It's a weird take.
Yeah, that's weird. That seems like so inconvenient. If you like, you don't give a shit about animals, like that's a lot. That's a lot. But because like there's plenty of like animal products that are pretty healthy, right? Like eating like chicken or something, or like salmon or whatever, like fish and things like that. Isn't that like pretty efficient protein and stuff?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, man.
Well, the thing with coming from the nutritional standpoint, I do agree that there can be a lot of benefits to being vegan nutritionally.
Yeah, if you're doing
for some,
Yeah.
but one size fits all with diets is not.
Oh, of
it's
course
way
not.
too complex.
That's
There's way too much variability in people's bodies.
Yeah.
Dude, being vegan is just healthy, okay? Like if I crush a bag of sweet chili Doritos,
Oh my god.
yeah, it's vegan, dude. So yeah.
Peas! Yeah, no, I mean, we had a little talk about, like, the vegan junk food invasion.
For sure.
Oh, for sure. They're
Vegan does not make
infiltrating.
people healthy.
Oh, dude,
They're
no, dude.
infiltrating. The
I feel
Impossible
like-
Burger is a coup by the fast food industry
Yeah.
to take down vegans.
I'm all about that shit.
I mean,
Dude, give me that vegan junk
Dude,
for sure.
Walmart just debuted
Oh, dude, they have
their
like
great value.
yeah, and it's like cheap, dude.
It's
the burger?
cheap. It's
Have you-
like
have you
less
eaten
than
it?
a buck a patty.
Yeah.
I bought 2 boxes. Bought 2 boxes.
Yeah, I just found this out like
Just lost my
last
hippie
week.
again.
Last week I didn't
They're
buy
new.
it, but I just found this out, and I'm just like, this is
Oh,
gonna
they're
be
new.
a thing for
They're,
me.
they're new. I've been definitely scamming. The thing is, allow me to explain my lifestyle
Please do.
a bit, because I was buying a lot of food from Consumers Produce, which is an amazing and inexpensive food store by our house. But
Like small like marketplace. or-
Indeed.
Nice.
and I would buy a volume so I don't have to keep going, even though it's close by, because I want to do stuff with my day. But the food goes bad. So I buy a lot of frozen fruit.
Yeah.
Of which Walmart is my local mecca.
Oh,
Unfortunately.
dude, unfortunately, they're like the best for all that stuff, dude.
A bag of
At least
frozen
around here,
mangoes
yeah.
for $4.
Oh my god.
In a
Yeah,
store
I
that's
know.
open from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m.
Yeah.
That's a
The
Walmart's not fighting,
convenience,
bro.
the convenience is a thorn in my side. The convenience is inconvenient, dude.
Literally.
I want to be incentivized to go to the small local place, but it's like, yeah, I can just go to Walmart and get all this stuff for $10.
It's the same as the
Dude.
Amazon thing, man.
It is. It's
the
the
same.
exact same thing.
It's the
right?
same, and that's why they get so huge. It's because of the convenience.
But they can only be that convenient because they're so big, right? Like, it's tough, man.
It's hard.
Yeah, just like try like as long as like a decent
try.
amount of the time you're
Gotta
putting
try.
the effort in,
Try
right?
hard.
Try hard.
I will say yes.
Try hard to buy local.
Yes, I will say there's some post that always makes it back to like our Get Motivated's top of the month from some manga, and it's like
I can't stand that stuff.
Really?
I can't stand it. It's just it feels so like fake Instagram pump up bullshit to me. Like you got no days off. Like keep hustling.
That's true.
And it's just like, dude,
There are
man, this
aspects.
stuff is just fake. It's not real.
I think it is. I mean,
like I get the point, and I can't like I'm not gonna argue.
If you sift through,
Right, and if it's motivating you to like go and work harder and stuff, sure, that's great. I'm not gonna take that away from you. It's not working for me, man. It's never gonna work for me.
Fitspo shit.
I get mad when I see that, dude. Yeah, same
it's
thing.
just too transparent. Or
I
it's
just
not
hate
transparent
it.
enough, I should say.
But back in the day, I wanted that beater that said "train insane or remain the same," and it's like Goku on legs, which are like, "I'm Goku, get it to me." But yeah,
More motivated, top post.
yeah, it's like
Yeah, sorry.
being bad isn't wrong.
Breaking Bad is good.
Breaking Bad is good.
Staying bad is. Being bad.
That?
Being bad isn't wrong. Staying bad is.
Okay. Whoa.
Being weak isn't a problem. Staying weak is.
Whoa. I like that.
I have made strides. I saw my buddy, he posted some stuff from a farm in White Rock.
Yeah.
And I drove from Vancouver to White Rock to get farm goods, local stuff.
Yeah.
A 10-pound box of blueberries for $20.
Nice.
A good deal.
There's a
delicious.
dude, just to build on you there, there's a dude at my work, his family has like a farm or whatever, and he'll bring you like 10 pounds of blueberries, just like give it to you at work, like not give it to you, buy it from him, but it's like way cheaper in the store, and he brings it to you like at the workplace, man. So I eat a lot of blueberries.
So
I've been all about blueberries.
Yeah, so I'm all about the farm support there if they're gonna bring it to me in my workplace.
Not to go there, but like blueberries in Walmart are from Alder Grove.
Oh yeah, I know actually, like it doesn't make sense, at least around here, and it's probably the same for like plenty of produce in other places, but blueberries are so abundant here that it's the cheapest thing for them to do is to get it here, right? But like, obviously things like mangoes and stuff like that, we don't really grow those here, avocados, whatever. Or we don't grow those here, so you can't really get local. I mean, you probably could get local ones, but they would be way more expensive.
And it's...
But I mean, that's the whole like buy local thing. Anyways, you're supposed to subsist on the stuff that's available around you, and it's in season, and mango grow up. Mango grow up. You got like a palm tree in your basin, like some mango.
Yo, shit, cops hanging on. You guys gotta stay over here.
Okay, mango. What are we saying for mangoes? Blueberries? Oh yeah. So I went to the White Rock farm, and then bragged about it, and then I'm not gonna say I was one-upped. But a certain friend told me that there are local farms that can give you, or like more local Vancouver farms that can give you garden starters. And I'm just going to actually just take this moment to show some love to Kevin Bird. And he got me started on my gardening.
Oh, the boy's going deep in the gardening, man. He's doing a nice garden.
It trickled to me. And he came over and basically planted my arugula for me, my kale for me. We bought... the tomato plant, my tomato plant together. Yeah. And from these farms that he recommended to me that are close, that have better prices and better produce on certain things that Walmart doesn't carry, such as arugula. Yeah. The arugula from Sun Tai Sang Farm on Marine Drive. It's a different class in every way. You get a box like this for $6 at Walmart, a clear plastic box. Sure, yeah. The arugulas are this wide. You get a bunch like this. The arugula leaves are this wide, and the flavor is 10 times more. Realistically, it's 6 times more flavorful. No lie, realistically. And it's $1.50 for a bunch.
Dude, it makes so much sense, but like, it's still, I don't know if it's just like mental block or whatever, but it just like feels like I'm just not going to do that effort. Right? Like going to like a small market or something like that where I can get a bunch of stuff at once kind of thing. Yeah. Like I can bridge that gap. That's pretty good if I have like the place I'm moving to has like a few small markets like pretty close by. Yeah, like exactly. I plan to patronize those, to a reasonable degree. But at the same time, like I know that I'm gonna be like going and buying from bigger stores, a bunch of stuff.
I mean, they do have kind of like a little market type vibe, walk around. But the thing is, I haven't bought leafy greens from Walmart since.
Nice.
I do have my little bank in the back because they're just better and cheaper. So the reason I go to Walmart to buy everything else,
Yeah.
like I'm not gonna just like buy that because it's gonna throw off my whole bill.
Sure.
Because like I'll have a killer day, like wow, $30 and I have food for like 2 weeks, sick, or fruit rather for 2 weeks. But then you get that one overpriced thing.
Yeah.
Couple Tuppers takes you to $90, man. Jeez Louise.
That was a haul.
That was a haul. And those Tuppers
We loaded up on Tupperware the other day.
they have the really good snap.
Investment though, bro.
Absolutely.
Think about how much value we're gonna get out of
Per
that.
use?
Dude,
Yeah.
I've already used one of them like 4 or 5 times.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
gonna like it's.
I mean, I have one of them here. Sorry to interrupt you. I have one of them here.
Yeah, I have so many Tupperwares, man.
Dude, we have a Tupperware shelf. That's what it is.
I have a
It's like-
Tupperware cupboard in my old place. Man.
Oh shit.
Too many.
That's
I don't need that.
We're on the way, dude. It's taken up. It's
Yeah.
expanding.
It's time to
expanding into bull territory.
out with the old.
Oh yeah.
It's time out with the old and donate. It was hilarious because at one point I did have too many Tupperwares and I gave them all to you. And now we're fucking roommates. I'm just like, great. I was like, dude, I bought way too many of these from Dollarama and the elastic like comes out. That's the thing.
Right.
Dude, yo, how about this for strides? Enough of the criticizing. Oh, why do I buy it at Walmart? Why do I buy Amazon? I've been making strides. I haven't been to a dollar store in months.
Is that a bad?
bad thing?
Well,
I dollar store like for it depends on what you're buying, I guess.
oh,
Like,
actually,
dude, so many things like, dude, you wanna buy some like plates or bowls or something like that? Dude, go to the dollar store, man. It's like $2 for like a ceramic bowl, same as you're gonna pay like I don't know, $10 or something at Walmart or what have you.
I would say the
Right?
best deal from a dollar store, Dollarama sells the Himalayan pink salt for $2
Yeah.
for one of those things. And everywhere else it's 6, 7, sometimes 8.
Dude, plenty of that stuff, man.
Bougie. But when I haven't been in a while because I do stock up because when I see it, it goes out of stock because it's literally just straight up $4 below market price. Like there's just nothing else. It's just gone. If it's there, it's gone.
Man, I'll go to bat for the dollar store, dude. Like,
Well, no, I love it. It's just
figure out what's in your local dollar store.
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna save some cash. Like, don't buy things that you need to really depend on, right?
True.
Sweet chili heat Doritos.
I should have.
Dude, dollar store
Dollar store
snacks.
dollar
They have
store
that
snacks
in
are the
between
fucking-
size from the little bag to the big bag. One in the middle, little $2 sticker on there.
You're right. I needed to hear this. I mean, it's true. I should have prefaced with like, I used to frequent dollar stores so aggressively that like now.
Oh, you can have bad experiences for sure.
Well, just like everything I go in there for, they have really good pens and like stationery stuff.
Yeah.
They have really good 0.5 millimeter gel pens, which are like that's my.
You need a good hookup on the gel pens.
You need a good
hookup.
And I do have like a fancy pen now that I got from the SFU bookstore or whatever way back in the day. But my little book out there that I was reading from earlier is from the dollar store. But the thing is, I literally have an ottoman full of calligraphy, wet Sharpies, dry. I have.
The fuck's a wet Sharpie?
It's like a paint. It's like a paintbrush. But it's a Sharpie.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Oh,
That's
okay.
weird.
Yeah, and dude, we went to Staples not long ago, and there was a 25 pack of Sharpies for like $14, which is mythic. It's like Craigslist prices, man. They're over $1 a piece.
Buying
usually.
Sharpies off Craigslist?
Dude, yes, in
Yeah.
box.
I would never in my life think to look on Craigslist for Sharpies.
If I buy it, it's Craigslist first.
Man,
And
that's probably not a bad habit, dude.
it's a good one.
Speaking of buying local and stuff
Yes.
as well, just buy something someone else already bought.
Totally.
And
Don't
you-
contribute to that myth of GDP.
Sure.
No double count when they whatever. But yeah, so I basically like go in there and I'm like, ooh, these pens would be nice, but it's like, Powys, reach into the ottoman, you have this pack. I literally I have everything they offer now.
Yeah.
And like 20 of them. So you guys ever need pens out there? You're not an industrial consumer.
It's fair, dude.
I have
We're getting
big
a
bag.
Sharpie sponsorship by the end of this shit.
Dang. I like Studio is the no-name brand. Pentel is
Sick magician.
Let's get a tier list going here.
the Pentel Jolt was my favorite pencil ever.
Nice.
It was a lead pencil that was green and black.
Cool.
So I was like, okay, if I'm gonna study, I'm gonna get the sickest pencil. And SFU had a
It's like-
bar.
Yeah, that's the ultimate. Like, you have to be set up before you do something. I've ever
Oh
heard
my
anything.
God.
Right? Like,
It's just that you need the sickest pencil.
I want it to feel good when my pen is on the page.
Right.
So I went and I bought my favorite pencil and my favorite pen. They're the same brand. And what I did, I just picked the first one, top left, wrote my word, my test word, which is salads. My favorite word to write.
Salads.
Why?
Salads.
That's
Swoop A-L-A. Swoop down. Then it's like a dense, the quick brown fox.
I've never thought about the mechanics of writing either. Like you're opening my eyes to a whole lot. I guess that's why I have so many pens. You're thinking about this stuff. I've got some click pen that I steal from work.
Yeah. And sometimes those are the nicest. Those little ballpoint.
Dude, I found some nice pens at work for sure. I steal them every time.
Yeah, they smooth, they run out on you, and then you just a little lighter to the tip.
Yeah.
Makes it get a little more viscous in there. Thanks, Madame Garofalo, for that.
Lighter, like you light the tip of the pen?
Lighter to the tip of your pen, and it makes the ink
Just
more
once,
wet. And
or
it
do you just
rushes.
like have to do it?
I mean, you gauge it,
Wow.
and you might be careful because it might lead to like your first stroke might be very thick, might be too much.
Okay.
But yeah, that works. Box of pens. Pen 1, salads. I like it. Pen 2, salads. I like pen 2 better. Pen 3, I like pen 2 better. I like pen 4 better. And I got all the way to the bottom. King's Court.
King's Court with your pens.
King's Court. And the Pentel Jolt was a mechanical pencil to make lead come out. You could shake it.
Ooh.
So instead of you're just writing snap.
How would you retract? Same.
You can still push it.
Oh, okay.
But you can also shake it. So it's just like, I'm definitely in my zone. Like, you do not get broken out of your zone. And then the other pen I have it here.
Nobody home without it?
You can get, I thought this was a writer's room and not a podcast, so I brought all my inking stuff. Thankfully.
Never leave home without your strap. Man.
Yeah, honestly, woo. But yeah, no, I get the refills for this pen. That's how sick it is. I literally bought a bunch of refills off Amazon.
Oh, is it like a what do you call it, a fountain pen? Is that what it's called?
I don't think so. Is that like the? No, it's not a fountain pen. Fountain pen has like the cool mouth that goes like this or whatever. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I know what you're
It's like
saying.
the metal
Yeah,
thing?
it's like a spiky end.
This is just a basic pen, dude. Do you remember in grade 5 when we had somebody?
built pens?
Yes.
Yes. I think about that. I think about that a weird amount. It was like we like okay, so we had this. It was like a. I want to say a workshop. Here, that's the best way to describe it.
Yeah.
We had these people come in, and it was basically to teach us about like assembly lines, right? So they brought in like all the little pieces to a pen, right? And then we got split into groups, and it was like, okay, your job is to put this part in here, then this part, and we just like make pens or whatever. And it was to teach us about like that, and then we had it was a little tie into like capitalism and stuff like that. They tried to teach us that like how to critically watch advertising, like things like
Don't
talk
fit into Big Pen.
Well, for sure, but they talk things that new and improved is an oxymoron, and that doesn't make any sense. It can't be new if it's also improved. But the main focus was
Holy shit. That just blew my mind all over again.
You should have listened to the workshop.
Holy fuck. Anyway, go on.
But yeah, that was the main thing was or at least the biggest takeaway I got was this building the pens because it was kind of fun, right?
Right.
They just built pens and they weren't very good. I don't remember.
But they did the thing, they, like you said, on the capitalism and the commerce tip.
Yeah.
She said, this piece is 1 cent, this piece is 2 cents, this piece is
for
2
sure.
cents.
Yeah.
And then the assembled pen is $1.
But yeah, if that pops into my head, a weird amount, considering it was just a day of school in the 5th grade.
Dude, I had something like that happen to me.
Had an impact on me, I guess.
5th grade activity as well, where our teacher bought us cookies, 3 different brands of cookies with varying levels of chocolate chips.
Nice.
And he's like, you have this much amount of money, you have to extract the chocolate chips from this cookie. You can either spend $7 for this one that has mad chocolate chips in it, one that has less and then less, and then you can use a paper clip or a toothpick to try and extract the shit. You have a paper towel this big, any crumbs that go out the sides like a deduction at the end, even a tiny ass crumb. And so we're doing this shit, and I was like, well, I'm just gonna go cheap on the fucking toothpick and go with the cheapest cookie and just save all that money. Yeah. And then the toothpick, you had to stab the shit out of the cookie to get, and knock shit everywhere, and any amount of chocolate chips I got was gone within 2 seconds. People that they spent a little bit more on the cookie with a shitload of chocolate chips in it. They were just they had so much in there.
I think we might be experiencing real life character growth here. We just went off on a tangent like, oh yeah, we're gonna save that money, we're gonna cheap out on this, we're gonna buy the cheap, and then now we're just like, well, if you do put more money into quality, things could turn out better.
I think it's a balance.
We've had a character arc over the course of this
I think it's a balance.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like,
what's what's his name? The Adam Savage, the MythBusters guy. His like process for tools is the way he says it is that when you need a tool, buy the cheapest one you can possibly find. When it breaks, then you buy a quality one. And then some tools you're only going to use once or twice over your entire career or life or whatever. And the cheap one is going to do the job, right? But then if you break the cheap one, it means you're using it enough that then you go buy the quality one.
Interesting.
Now, so that makes a lot of sense, at least for that application. That doesn't really apply to everything, right? But for tools, that's such good logic. Yeah, for plenty of things, right? But tools specifically, it like perfect sense.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Right? You kind of get the best of both worlds there because you can cheap out and hey, maybe it turns out that was enough. But if you break it, then you're like, oh well, I can keep buying this cheap one, but I'm just gonna buy this good one because I obviously use this thing.
Right.
Because you know my slogan.
Yeah, buy it nice or buy it twice.
Buy it nice or buy it twice.
But
it's like a little hybrid of that one.
It is. It's a beautiful hybrid of that, and that's why I wanted to bring it up because there is a time.
Yeah.
There's a time and a place to buy an inexpensive thing.
Right.
Like that exact thing you just mentioned. So
I've had that thought with like kitchen stuff lately.
Oh yeah, I'm 100% on board for kitchen
like some stuff. You're like, I really don't use this much.
Yeah.
This dollar store one is fine.
Yeah.
Right.
But, like,
the only thing that like in the kitchen that I think really, other than like appliances and stuff like that, buying nice appliances is pretty good. Like I had a nice blender that I lost in the divorce of me and the roommate. As a gesture of goodwill, I let him have that, and I took the robot vacuum. Which terrible trade, dude. Terrible trade. I'm gonna buy the same blender now, but it's so nice. Like I had like a thrift store blender from the '70s, like discolored, like yellow. Old school thing. My logic there was that if it's been working this long, it's gonna work forever, and it did. But like it wasn't as nice as having the really nice horsepower blender, right? That locks in there.
Literally 3 horses turning a blender.
Anyway, I got off track there. I just wanted to talk about the blender, but I was gonna say the thing that is definitely worth the money is having like one good knife.
Oh yeah.
Like I had
Shane taught me that.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh man, really?
Have like one nice knife, and you can have some other like whatever knives, but have like one good knife.
Well, because like when I was living with Bots the first time, we had nothing but shitty knives. I could barely cut an onion. And like I saw an onion.
I've 100% been there.
And then I never wanted to cook because cooking was a fucking ordeal.
Yeah.
And then like I lived with Shan and he had some sick knives.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my god, cooking is so much easier now.
Less of a hassle.
And just like
what is the line? My line is, you know what? What I'm thinking of?
Which one?
It's right on the nose right now.
What, about knives?
Yeah. It applies to everything. No one likes cooking with a sharp knife. And no one likes biking with a shit bike. And no one likes jogging.
No one likes cooking with a dull knife.
What did I say?
Sharp knife.
Jesus, I've been saying the wrong quote this whole time.
No, you've been saying, I think you just said it wrong there. But you
I don't think so.
No,
everybody likes cooking with a sharp knife.
No one likes cooking with a dull knife.
No one likes cooking with a dull knife.
I think that's what you're trying to get at.
That's what I was trying to get at. Thank you. And no one likes biking on a crap bike.
I mean, I still barely like cooking. It's okay.
That's the tricky one, man.
Yeah.
I feel like once I can fall in love with cooking, that's the game changer.
In the Prophet, they say.
I just feel like I'm so satisfied with low quality food that I'm just never.
That's such a struggle for me, man.
I'm never gonna have the incentive.
Such minimal.
Yeah, dude. Like just the bare minimum. I'm just like, this is great.
I can eat chicken and fucking rice or quinoa almost every day of the week.
And that'll just totally do it for me.
I'm there too.
Like I still like good quality stuff and everything, right? But
definitely.
I'm definitely willing to slum it, and I'm totally fine with it. Especially like you just like for a second I went on the calorie thing too. You're like it's this many calories and like that's what I want in a meal, so I'm just gonna throw this many calories of something together and then I'm fine.
Yeah.
Right? No problem.
I mean my style
struggle of mine.
Yeah, it's just beans, olive oil, vinegar, salt, pepper, lemon juice.
For sure.
Summertime stuff from the garden. We'll see how it goes in
Makes sense.
winter. But yeah. You know, people are like, how do you eat the same thing every day? I'm like, how can't you?
Dude, this is back to the me being lazy thing. Like that's part of it. Is that just I'm not gonna get sick of the staples in my life. I'll just eat them every day, man.
People eat rice every day. People eat food. People eat McDonald's every day.
Yeah.
Some people eat McDonald's 3 times a day.
That's fair.
Twice a day. I've been at those sleepovers.
Their poops must be Violent.
Staunch.
Staunch.
They must smell a mile
That's a good
away.
band name.
Staunch? It kind of is, hey? Can we film that one?
I think we're gonna have to reshoot everything. We're now staunch.
Yeah,
We can't do without Mateo, guys.
What?
Mateo's leaving.
What?
He's gone. He's going to Kamloops.
Oh shh.
Oh well.
Okay, well we gotta have him show you up in a game of sock first.
That's true.
I'll miss you. Lights will guide you home. Trying to dodge that DC.
Oh, dude! If there's ever gonna be a deep fake of Pow, that's an episode. Mateo does a deep fake of Pow. He just fucks with the audio and it has you say some heinous shit.
Nice.
We're brainstorming.
No
We're just
one's
flying.
ever gonna believe that it wasn't Pow.
We're just flying as we end this episode 2 of the pod. We're getting the notification from our lovely producers.
Nice.
We're 15 seconds away.
Remember, stock up on your local dumpster cheese. That stuff.
It's vegan.
It's nutrient dense. It's all you need. It's all you need.
Thanks for playing, guys.
So.